Good morning, viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Simran. Let's begin the bulletin with the focus on the top story of this hour. Sri Lanka rolled out the red carpet for Prime Minister Narendra Modi with 6 ministers, including Foreign Minister Vijitha Herath, turning out to receive him at the Bandaranaike International Airport. India and Sri Lanka are set to unveil measures to bolster the cooperation in areas ranging from digitization to energy and defence at a meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Anura Kumara Dissanayake. As New Delhi continues its support for the island nation's economic recovery, other key expected outcomes include an agreement to link the electricity grids of the two countries and a tripartite understanding between India, Sri Lanka and the United Arab Emirates to build an energy hub at the Trini Komali. This project will dovetail with plans to build an energy pipeline. This marks his first visit to Sri Lanka since the National People's Power Alliance, led by President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, came to the power last year. The 3-day trip is expected to deepen the bilateral cooperation across the defence, energy, health, trade and digital infrastructure sectors. Alright viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited a puppet show as he arrives at the hotel in Colombo, where he will stay during his Sri Lanka visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Sri Lanka from 4th to 6th April. Megha Sharma, Senior Executive Editor of NewsX, is joining me live on the broadcast. Thank you, Megha, for being with us this morning. How exactly is the mood there as Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on this very crucial visit, carrying the load of strategic and regional cooperation bilateral talks as well? What are you picking up this morning?
A very good morning to you, Simran, and to all our viewers. I'm here in Colombo. It's a bright and sunny day, partly cloudy. It was raining heavily yesterday. But things are back to normal, and here is the red carpet, the royal red carpet that has been rolled out for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He will be arriving here very shortly. We take a look at the state honors that are going to be accorded to the Prime Minister. Behind me, as you can see, there is the armed forces, the Sri Lankan Army, the Sri Lankan Navy and the Sri Lankan military forces and the Air Force, who are all at this point of time at the fag end of the preparations of this majestic event that is going to unravel in front of our eyes in a few moments time. The official time of arrival over here is at 9:10 a.m. Indian Standard Time, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be presented with the ceremonial welcome, and President Dissanayake will be the one who will be hosting him over here. There are going to be a number of ministers from the current government, including the foreign minister as well, who will be accompanying President Dissanayake and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with the delegation that has come from India, which is part of the Ministry of External Affairs. Now, what is also significant in the historicity of this Independence Square, where this event is taking place, is that all Independence National Day events, the annual National Day that is celebrated in Sri Lanka on 28th of February, every year. The independence year was 1948, is when Sri Lanka gained its independence, fought the freedom struggle against the colonial rule of the British, and since then the Independence Day celebrations take place in this historic place that was built in 1948. It was built to commemorate the freedom struggle and to highlight then the freedom movement of Ceylon, as it Sri Lanka was called back in the day. If you take a look, there is going to be the march past, the ceremonial march past that will also take place over here. I'm going to also ask my camera person to pan on the right hand side of this majestic structure, and there you see a monument that has been set up. Now, this monument is the monument of the father of the nation of Sri Lanka, Right Honorable Don Stephen Senanayake. He was the one who was the first President of Sri Lanka. He was the one who was the founding father of the independent Sri Lankan country, and the country reveres him until today as the father of the country, of the man who brought about the freedom movement and allowed it to culminate for Sri Lanka to become an independent nation. Strategic conversations that are likely to take place, of course they are going to take place, because right after the Prime Minister and President Dissanayake leave from this Independence Square in Colombo, they will be headed to the Presidential Secretariat, which is just a few blocks from here. And within minutes, they will be arriving at the Presidential Secretariat, and there are going to be restricted bilateral talks that are going to take place. Although media will not be allowed to cover that, there will be a press statement that will be released by both the leaders shortly. They will be addressing the media as well and giving out a press statement, giving out a joint statement. So that is something that we'll be covering for you as well. It's also at this point of time being anticipated that at least 8 of those MOUs that are going to be signed between both the countries. Top of the agenda, it's highly touted that there is going to be a defense cooperation MOU that could be signed between both the countries. Remember, this is for the first time ever that if a negotiation such as this comes to a conclusion, comes to a culmination, there could be defense equipment that could be bought by Sri Lanka from India. So that is going to be a stride that will be taken in the direction of defense cooperation between both the countries. Infrastructure development, energy cooperation, we talk about digitalization. It is also going to be in just a few hours time that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating virtually the Sampur Solar Power Project, the NTPC Sampur Solar Power Project that has been kept on the sidelines, unfortunately, for the last 20 years. And finally, it is the prerogative of the governments of the day of Sri Lanka and India to make this movement forward so as to conclude this project, which is going to be beneficial for Sri Lanka in terms of generating renewable energy. And of course, the huge amounts of investments that have been put in by India will also see fruition.
Well, absolutely. In fact, in much